Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Boot for what will probably be our nerdiest video that we will post.
Yes, that's right, it's Redstone.
Yeah, Redstone. Let me just say that Tyler says he's got some ideas of how to do that. Oh, by the way, don't ignore that. That's
not our tutorial world, that's just a separate single-player one.
Yeah, this is a single-player world. Alright. And so, today I will teach you Redstone because Tyler, I will honestly say, he doesn't know too much.
I'm okay. You can show him the chicken farm later.
Later, yeah. Anyway, so, let's start with the basics, level 1. So, basically that will start with the following items that I am putting into my inventory, which will be these things, and I may as well get some doors as well, and this is too many items. It's a mod in case you don't know. So, the basic thing is redstone you can make into like trails by right-clicking along the ground, and you can do it in multiple directions at once too, stuff like that.
Hint hint, you can only place up to 15 redstone in a row before you need to connect it to another circuit.
Here,
so,
example.
15 maximum.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And as you can see, the trail gets dimmer as it goes. That's how you know that
since it is next to a redstone torch, a power source, it will start like glowing, but like since he said 15, 16, you see off. This is glowing and this is not. It's completely dead. Hang on, let me exit out of that. Didn't know that would happen. Anyway, so you have to make sure that it is within 15 blocks, and there is a way that I will discuss later to avoid that, but I'll tell you about that later. And so it doesn't have to be attached to a redstone torch. There are pressure plates which can be crafted if you take one stone, put it here, and one stone, put it here, and you get a pressure plate.
Not cobblestone, like smooth stone. The kind that you mine out, just smelt cobblestone, you get smooth stone.
And so what happens is, like, if you step on the pressure plate, you see it activates this, and if you step off. Also, with, there's a difference. You can make stone pressure plates, and you can make wooden pressure plates.
Throw the door on it.
Wooden pressure plates, what happens is, with wooden pressure plates, you can throw an item on top of it and it activates, or you can step on top of it and it activates. But stone pressure plates are not like that. You can't do it with an item. You have to actually stand on it. And so that is pretty basic. Here, take a dirt block. And then you can put buttons on walls, and then you can have like a redstone trail coming out from behind it, and pressing it will activate it for 1 second. So
1.6 seconds.
Well, 1.6 seconds, whatever.
I would know that.
You would know that.
I know. Show me levers.
I say I'm the redstone geek, you would know that. Anyway, there's also levers, and what happens with them is if you click them, they will turn on or off, and the cool thing with levers is it's the only type of thing that you can turn on and it won't automatically turn off when you move away. Like with buttons, it only activates momentarily. And
but if you're trying to make an automatic thing, then it's a lot more complicated. Like, you can't have a lever. Like, you can't make something completely like cycle, I guess, with the lever. You have to make much more complex.
Yeah.
Like, I think of redstone as like a computer type of thing. Like, there's different pulses, there's on and off circuits, stuff like that.
Yeah. And so let me take all this stuff back. Anyway, so that's the basics of things. Now, like, here's a good example of what redstone would be good for. Like the iron door, I'm right-clicking it right now, it's not opening, but like, here, have a pressure plate right here. And, wait, so that I can show that it's, so I can show it's redstone. Like, when you step on the pressure plate, it opens the door. Just like that. Or you can just, like I did before, put the pressure plate right in front of the door, so it works like that. So that's the basics of redstone. You can use it for stuff like that. Let me just take care of this stuff really quick. Now we move on to level 2, which is slightly more advanced.
Inverters!
Yeah. Anyway, first of all, one thing you need to know is, like I said, originally, it can only go 15 blocks, and I'm doing this a random amount until it won't power anymore.
There it is,
See,
15.
it won't power. So what you can do is you can take this item, I didn't mean to do that. This craftable item called the, redstone repeater, and if you put it here, it will actually act as like an extender for the redstone wire, and you can do it
another 15 blocks.
Yeah, and then you need another repeater, but it keeps going on like that.
But note the repeater it has delays, so it's everything's not going to be on track.
Yeah, and here's an example of something. Here, let me replace it. Let me take this out really quick.
So like 5 on the latest delay.
Here, let's show them this. What would happen is this is no delay.
There's just really tiny delay.
Minimum delay would be this. As you can see, it's a little bit different. And then second level, if you right click it to change the delay, see this one is a little bit longer. And the maximum is like a little bit less than 1 second delay. And so that is that. And another thing you can do is called an inverter, which is pretty cool if you don't know redstone. But what happens is if you lead the wire into a block with a redstone torch on the other side, and then you have a thing coming out, it's pretty cool because here.
Use like a lever. Use a lever instead of a pressure plate.
Yeah.
So then you can just.
Good point.
See, that's what's good. So if you're like we're doing the tutorial, we can use a lever to show you.
So you see the lever is off. This part of the wire is off, and this part is on. And you might think it's just on because it's powered by this, and it's nothing to it. But when you flip the lever, as you can see, the redstone torch is now off. It's not glowing anymore, and this part is off.
That's good for traps and such.
Yeah, good for traps. And they're also good for pistons, but
exactly.
Yeah. Here, you may as well just get to that now. Pistons. So what a piston is it's a block, and what happens is when it is activated, it's really amazing, and it pushes.
It'll extend 1 block, and if there's a block in front of it, like put a cobblestone or dirt or something.
Yeah, put a dirt block right there. And like if I put dirt right here and
pull the lever, it'll push the dirt and then pull the lever again, and it retracts.
And it retracts, and the dirt isn't pulled with it. But if you combine a piston with a slime ball,
they now have uses.
They have uses in 1.8 now. If you do it like that, you get a sticky piston, which what it is you can push things. Oh, looks like it's getting dark. You can push things, but then when you retract, it also pulls it back. It pulls the block directly next to it. But
go show them the, what's it called? The torture cow thingy. The pig thing. Show them like how I use that to make a kind of barrier.
Alright, so
sprint.
Going back over here
to Tyler's epic redstone works of kind of epic. It's in the mossy stone.
Yeah, and you gotta be kidding me, Tyler, because I know
this isn't that epic, but it's epic for me, like it's okay.
Yeah.
And yes, guys, I hacked for the spawners and all this.
This is all using too many items, and so I hate using buttons to do this. It never works for me.
Alright, now look through there.
And you look through here. And if you hold shift, remember you don't go over the side. So
as you see,
there's nothing there. There's some fire and there's like a pit to water.
Notes: Tyler made this, not Michael.
Yeah, you pull the lever.
You heard the pistons.
You heard something, and then you look down and look, there is a glass instead. And then if you pull the lever back, then the pistons retract and the pig falls in.
Yeah, that's my little pig mob trap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really fun to punch them out. And you can just put it back.
And drown them.
Yeah, and you drown them. So, it just works like that. That's just an example of pistons. So, I'm gonna come out of here. Don't wanna mess with your stuff too much. Pressure plate. Here, and so, where is our redstone stuff?
It's like, no, other way. That way. That way.
I'm searching through the endless flatness. Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded this, by the way. It's not a legit seed. I just did this for redstone testing and
yeah. So don't. Creation. So like, if I press F3, it'll show you.
Don't use that seed.
Don't
That's
use
not
that.
What this is.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So the guy probably just used world edit to flatten that. So,
3. And so there's 3 blocks ahead of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so I put 10 blocks of dirt in front of it, and when I press the lever, it'll work.
But it only pulls back 1 because it's all connected
and say I put another one down, because it's 10 limit, right?
I think so.
And then
it's 12 or something.
Oh yeah, so it might be 12.
We're not sure.
So that's 12 blocks of dirt. I don't remember the exact amount. Yeah, not 12. 13. You see, it can't can't push more than 12 blocks. Otherwise, it'll just sit there and not do anything.
And for the record, pistons will not push other pistons or bedrock. I think there's something else.
They will not push chests.
I don't think they push furnaces either.
I don't think so. I don't think they push any of like the blocks that you can right click and it'll show you something on the inside of it, like a crafting table, stuff like that.
Anything with a GUI.
GUI. Yeah. Why did I do that? Alright, so get rid of this stuff really quick, and I'm going to show you something else, which is a little...
This video is going to get long, so we might need to split it into a couple parts.
Yeah, so if you see the video cut off and then, like, go on, it'll be in a different section. So, let me take that out. Dispensers. Now, what happens is, dispensers are what they say, like, dispensers. So, here, let me just put some redstone. Just a second. Wait, alright, so I put some redstone dust into it, and so what happens is, when I activate it, it gives out 1 redstone dust, and you can activate.
It's good for banking and such, like, if you have a multiplayer server and you want to have an item dispense, just duh.
And so that's with normal items, but say you put some arrows in here. Now I'm gonna put a little dirt wall just to
catch the arrows.
Yeah, because you can probably guess it, but when you put arrows in a dispenser, it's a little bit more violent, should we say. It will actually shoot
it actually shoots. It doesn't, like, dispense it out.
Yeah.
So now see, what Michael's doing is the most ineffective way. Yeah, you don't need to get rid of the entire thing, it's just the last thing.
Yeah.
And you can pick the arrows back up.
Yeah, you can pick them back up. Put them back in. Anyway, so that's dispensers. And so that's...
What?
Oh yeah, when you turn a redstone torch on and off really fast, then it will burn out, kind of, and after a while it will turn back on.
Okay.
So just don't do anything really, really fast. Like on and off, like a pulsar.
Yeah, we're getting over the 15-minute limit, I think. I'm not so sure, but let's just cut it right here and then move on to the next episode.
Yeah, alright, so cutting it right here, move on to the next episode.
Bye-bye, all. We'll be back.
We'll be back with more Greek.